In today's world, many men find themselves lost, disillusioned, and struggling to define who they are. There's a growing sense of confusion about what it means to be truly masculine. And more often than not, it feels like traditional masculine traits are under attack. Men are faced with societal expectations that leave them feeling emasculated, unsure of how to stand tall in the face of pressure. This crisis isn't just about feeling out of place. It's about feeling like a man has lost his sense of purpose, his confidence, and even his self-worth. In a society that glorifies everything from instant gratification to emotional fragility, it's easy to see why men are so disoriented. But there is a way out. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that dates back over 2,000 years, provides a powerful remedy. Stoicism teaches timeless principles of strength, self-control, and resilience, traits that can help any man not just survive, but thrive in today's challenging world. It doesn't offer easy answers, but it does show you how to find strength from within, how to control your emotions, and how to rise above the noise of modern life. In this video, we're going to explore 6 key Stoic principles that will help you reconnect with classical masculinity. These principles aren't just philosophical ideas. They are practical tools that can transform the way you live, think, and act. Whether you're struggling with your own sense of identity or just looking to sharpen your mental and emotional strength, Stoicism offers a powerful framework to build a life of purpose and real masculine strength. In the journey toward becoming a classically masculine man, one of the most important skills to develop is emotional control. In modern society, emotions are often seen as a weakness in men, something that should be suppressed or hidden. Many men grow up learning to bottle up their feelings, to tough it out, and to avoid showing vulnerability. But Stoicism teaches us that emotions themselves are not the problem. It's how we manage and respond to them that matters. True masculinity isn't about denying your emotions. It's about mastering them so they don't control you. The Stoics, especially figures like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, taught us that we are not slaves to our emotions. In fact, Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, wrote extensively about how to maintain emotional clarity even in the face of immense pressure. He understood that the ability to stay calm, rational, and composed in difficult situations was what made someone truly strong, not the impulsive reactions that come from unchecked emotion. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing that emotional control is not about repressing your feelings, but about choosing how to respond to them. In their writings, both men stress the importance of cultivating a sense of calm, even in the chaos of life. To put this into practice, start by incorporating some of the Stoic exercises into your daily routine. One effective way is through mindfulness and meditation. These tools help you gain a deeper understanding of your emotions, allowing you to separate your initial reaction from a more thoughtful response. By sitting quietly and observing your thoughts and feelings, you can become more aware of the emotional triggers that affect you. This awareness gives you the power to pause before acting on any impulse, which is a key aspect of emotional mastery. Another useful Stoic exercise is negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios, not to dwell in negativity, but to mentally prepare yourself for life's challenges. When you spend time visualizing setbacks or hardships, you start to desensitize yourself to the discomfort they might bring. Over time, this builds emotional resilience, helping you remain level-headed when real-life challenges arise. It's a way of training your mind to expect and accept difficulty, so when it comes, you're not blindsided by it. Developing the habit of pausing before reacting is also a game changer. In stressful or emotional situations, instead of jumping to a reaction, take a breath and give yourself a moment to think. Ask yourself, what would the Stoics do in this situation? This brief pause allows you to approach the situation with clarity rather than being ruled by your impulses. A powerful example of emotional mastery comes from the life of Marcus Aurelius himself. As the Emperor of Rome, Marcus faced countless challenges, wars, political intrigue, and personal loss. Yet, in his personal writings, which we now call meditations, he often reflects on the importance of staying calm and composed. He didn't allow his anger, frustration, or stress to dictate his decisions. Instead, he used his emotions as signals to guide him toward wise, thoughtful action. His ability to stay emotionally balanced in the face of pressure is one of the reasons he's remembered as a great leader. And it serves as a timeless lesson in how true masculinity is about control, not suppression. By practicing these Stoic techniques, you can learn to master your own emotions, becoming a man who responds to life's challenges with wisdom, patience, and resilience. It's not about pretending to be emotionless, but about being in charge of how you feel and how you act in every moment. Through this mastery, you'll find that you can live with greater peace and purpose, leading with a clear mind and a steady heart. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of relying on others for validation or constantly seeking external approval. Society often encourages a dependency culture, where people look to others for solutions to their problems or to boost their sense of self-worth. However, the Stoic philosophy offers a different approach, one that emphasizes self-reliance and personal responsibility. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, and that we must look to ourselves for guidance, rather than depending on the opinions and circumstances around us. Self-reliance, according to Stoic principles, is about becoming the kind of person who can handle life's challenges on their own. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from others or rejecting help when it's truly needed. It means being capable of taking charge of your own life, making decisions based on your values, and not relying on external factors to determine your happiness. The Stoics believe that our happiness should not depend on anything outside our control. Instead, it should be rooted in our own thoughts, actions, and integrity. This sense of inner independence gives you the power to navigate the ups and downs of life without feeling lost or defeated when things don't go as planned. A key principle of Stoicism is focusing on what is within our control: our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, while letting go of things we can't control, such as other people's opinions or external circumstances. This shift in focus empowers us to be self-sufficient, as we learn to solve problems on our own, without waiting for someone else to fix them. It teaches us to be proactive, take responsibility for our lives, and stop making excuses or blaming the outside world for our situation. To put this principle into practice, one of the first steps is to cultivate a daily routine of self-discipline. This isn't about being perfect or rigid. It's about creating habits that keep you grounded and focused. Start by setting aside time each day for physical exercise, which not only strengthens your body but also reinforces your mental discipline. Physical health is a cornerstone of self-reliance because it builds the stamina and resilience needed to tackle life's challenges. Similarly, mental and emotional health should be prioritized. Take time each day to engage in activities that clear your mind, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply reflecting on your goals and values. These moments of reflection help you stay connected to your inner purpose and help you make decisions based on your own wisdom, rather than reacting impulsively to external pressures. Another important practice of self-reliance is learning to solve problems independently. Instead of looking outward for someone to blame or expecting others to provide solutions, begin to approach challenges with the mindset that you are capable of finding the answers. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve this situation? This Stoic attitude encourages a mindset of ownership and action. It also teaches you to deal with adversity in a productive way, without becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions or external circumstances. Life will always throw challenges your way, but by cultivating a mindset of problem solving, you'll become better equipped to handle them on your own. Financial independence is another essential aspect of self-reliance. The Stoics valued autonomy not only in our thoughts and actions, but also in our material lives. When you are financially independent, you no longer have to rely on others for support or validation. This doesn't mean you have to be wealthy or constantly striving for more money. It's about living within your means, managing your resources wisely, and being responsible with how you spend and save. Financial self-sufficiency frees you from the stress of depending on others, giving you the space to pursue your true purpose without being distracted by worries about survival or financial insecurity. Stoic leaders like Epictetus are powerful examples of self-reliance. Epictetus was born into slavery, yet he never let his circumstances define him. Despite his lack of material wealth and freedom, he embodied the Stoic values of inner strength, independence, and personal responsibility. Through his teachings, Epictetus demonstrated that no matter the external conditions, true self-reliance comes from within. He made it clear that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. This mindset of radical autonomy allows us to live with dignity and purpose, regardless of our circumstances. To build your own self-reliance, start with small, daily habits that reinforce independence. Take cold showers, for example, a simple but powerful practice that builds physical resilience and mental toughness. Committing to regular exercise not only strengthens your body, but also trains your mind to push through discomfort. Managing your time effectively is another way to cultivate self-reliance. Create a schedule that prioritizes your goals and ensures that you take consistent action toward them. These small steps add up over time and help you develop the mindset of someone who is self-sufficient and able to navigate life with confidence and clarity. By focusing on self-reliance, you align yourself with the Stoic ideal of being strong and independent in all areas of life. It's not about rejecting help or isolating yourself. It's about taking responsibility for your own life, making decisions based on your values, and relying on your own inner strength to guide you through the challenges you face. Through these practices, you'll embody a classical masculinity that is grounded in autonomy, self-discipline, and resilience, qualities that empower you to live life on your own terms. As you continue on the path of self-reliance and emotional mastery, it's important to remember that true masculinity isn't just about what you can accomplish mentally or emotionally. It's also about your physical presence. A man's body is a direct reflection of his character and mindset. When you take care of your physical health, you send a powerful message to yourself and to the world about your discipline, your respect for yourself, and your ability to endure hardship. The Stoics understood that the mind and body are deeply interconnected, and they practiced daily routines that maintained both mental and physical strength. The Stoic philosophy teaches that physical health is not a matter of vanity, but a vital part of living a virtuous life. In fact, Stoicism emphasizes self-care, not just in terms of emotional and mental well-being, but also physical health. A strong body helps support a strong mind. It increases energy, boosts mood, and builds resilience. It is also an expression of your commitment to yourself. Just as you wouldn't neglect your mental or emotional health, your body deserves attention and care. To the Stoics, maintaining physical strength wasn't about looking good for others or trying to meet societal standards of beauty. It was about fulfilling your duty to yourself, ensuring that your body can serve you and help you accomplish your goals. Strength, endurance, and vitality are tools that empower you to handle life's challenges more effectively, and they are integral to embodying true masculinity. Practical steps to build a strong physical presence. Start with engaging in daily physical exercise. Whether it's lifting weights, running, practicing martial arts, or engaging in any other physical activity, the goal is to develop resilience and willpower. Regular exercise trains not just your body, but your mind as well. Each time you push through fatigue or discomfort, you strengthen your mental discipline. This daily commitment to physical exercise is a reminder that you are capable of enduring, improving, and overcoming, and it builds your self-respect with each effort. But physicality isn't just about strength, it's also about how you care for your body. Proper nutrition and rest are essential to supporting your physical goals. A healthy, well-balanced diet fuels your body, while rest and recovery allow you to rebuild and grow stronger. It's important to remember that your body needs the proper resources to perform at its best, and the discipline to maintain healthy habits is as important as the physical activity itself. A consistent routine of healthy eating and sleeping not only helps you feel better but also reinforces your sense of control and self-discipline. In addition to exercise and nutrition, physical presence is also about how you carry yourself. Posture, confidence, and body language speak volumes even before you say a word. When you walk with your shoulders back, your head held high, and your movements deliberate, you communicate authority, self-assurance, and composure. This kind of body language is not just about how others perceive you, it also helps you feel more confident in yourself. The Stoics believe that cultivating good posture and walking with confidence is a reflection of inner strength. It's a way to show the world that you are not only strong physically, but also mentally and emotionally grounded. Your body language can influence how you feel about yourself, which in turn affects how others see you. Great example of this connection between physicality and Stoic principles can be found in the life of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. Zeno was known not only for his profound wisdom, but also for his commitment to living a healthy and disciplined life. He practiced what he preached by maintaining a routine that involved both intellectual and physical discipline. Zeno's lifestyle was a reflection of his belief that strength, discipline, and self-care are key components of living virtuously. His example shows that a Stoic doesn't just focus on mental or spiritual growth. They also understand the importance of taking care of their body in order to lead a strong and resilient life. By incorporating physical discipline into your daily routine, you begin to embody the Stoic principle of harmony between mind and body. It's not about striving for perfection or achieving a certain body type. It's about creating a body that is strong, resilient, and able to serve you as you pursue your goals. Every step you take toward building a stronger body also strengthens your willpower, your focus, and your ability to endure challenges. The commitment to physical strength is a reflection of your broader commitment to living a virtuous, purposeful life, and it's an essential aspect of cultivating a truly masculine presence. As you continue developing your physical strength and emotional resilience, another vital aspect of classical masculinity is leadership. Leadership isn't about commanding others to follow you or forcing respect. It's about setting an example of strength, wisdom, and courage. A true leader leads by the way they live, showing others what is possible through their own actions and values. For a Stoic, leadership is deeply rooted in virtue. It's not about exerting control over others, but about maintaining control over oneself and inspiring others through one's own example of integrity, discipline, and wisdom. The Stoic principle of leadership can be clearly seen in the lives of leaders like Marcus Aurelius and Cato the Younger. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, exemplified Stoic leadership through his sense of duty and humility. Despite ruling the Roman Empire, he never saw his position as a reason to indulge in excess or pride. Instead, he viewed his leadership as a responsibility to serve others with wisdom and fairness. He governed with the same self-control and virtue that he practiced in his personal life. Similarly, Cato the Younger, known for his uncompromising moral integrity, led by example, maintaining Stoic discipline even in the face of political adversity. These leaders understood that true power comes from within, and they used their positions not to command respect, but to earn it through their actions and character. To develop leadership in your own life, it's important to lead by example in all aspects of life. Whether it's in your work, relationships, or personal development, your actions speak louder than any words you can say. Leading by example means living in a way that reflects your values, showing others what integrity, discipline, and courage look like in practice. It also means being consistent in how you behave, so that others can trust you and look to you for guidance, not because of what you say, but because of what you do. A key aspect of Stoic leadership is developing emotional intelligence. This doesn't mean allowing your emotions to drive your decisions, but rather understanding and managing them. Emotional intelligence allows you to relate to others, understand their perspectives, and respond with wisdom, not impulsiveness. In leadership, this is crucial because the ability to connect with people and understand their emotions makes you more effective in guiding them. However, it's important to balance this understanding with Stoic detachment, which allows you to make decisions based on reason and virtue, not on emotional reactions. Stoics believe that emotions should be acknowledged, but not allowed to dictate our actions. A good leader remains calm, thoughtful, and impartial, especially in moments of crisis or pressure. To strengthen your leadership, seek mentorship from other strong, virtuous individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to. Learning from those who have already walked the path can provide valuable insights and guidance. Mentorship isn't just about advice, it's about observing how someone lives their life, how they handle challenges, and how they navigate the complexities of relationships and leadership. Strong mentors can teach you not only practical skills, but also the deeper, internal qualities of strength, wisdom, and humility that make someone a truly great leader. In the modern world, there are many examples of leaders who embody Stoic principles and lead with calm, decisiveness, and ethical integrity. These are the leaders who, when faced with adversity, remain composed and make choices based on reason rather than impulse. Whether in business, politics, or other fields, these leaders inspire others not by force or domination, but by showing what is possible when one lives with virtue. Their leadership style reflects the Stoic belief that the best way to lead is by being the kind of person others can respect and follow, not because of titles or positions, but because of the example they set through their actions. By embodying these Stoic principles of leadership, living with integrity, maintaining emotional intelligence, and leading by example, you can not only become a better leader, but also inspire others to follow you in the pursuit of virtue. True leadership isn't about control. It's about influence through example, wisdom, and a commitment to living a life of purpose and responsibility. As you develop this aspect of your masculinity, you'll find that true power comes not from commanding others, but from living in a way that naturally earns their respect and admiration. As you continue to cultivate your physical and emotional strength, one of the most vital aspects of classical masculinity is discipline. True masculinity isn't about acting on every impulse or indulging in fleeting desires. Instead, it's about having the strength to overcome those urges, sticking to your principles, and staying focused on long-term goals. Discipline becomes the foundation for all other virtues. Without discipline, you risk being swept away by distractions and external pressures, leaving you vulnerable to losing sight of what truly matters in life. The ability to maintain self-control and stay on track in the face of temptation or difficulty is what differentiates a man of strength and character from one who is simply reactive to life circumstances. The Stoics, particularly Seneca, placed a great emphasis on discipline as the key to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Seneca taught that discipline wasn't just about following strict rules for the sake of obedience. It was about creating order in your life to free yourself from unnecessary chaos and distraction. He believed that true freedom doesn't come from indulging in every whim or avoiding responsibility, but from mastering yourself. In Seneca's view, discipline was directly tied to the ability to control your impulses, and maintain focus on what's truly important. By living a life of order and discipline, you create space for clarity, wisdom, and growth, which ultimately leads to a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. To practice discipline, it's important to start by setting clear goals. These goals act as a guide, helping you stay focused on your long-term vision rather than being caught up in short-term distractions. Clear goals give you direction, making it easier to avoid the noise and temptations of the world around you. Once your goals are set, the next step is developing strict routines that support those objectives. Having a routine allows you to take consistent, small actions toward your goals each day. This consistency builds momentum and fosters the discipline needed to stay on track, even when motivation wanes or distractions arise. Your routine should include time for work, rest, physical exercise, and mental growth, ensuring a balanced approach to life that strengthens all areas of your being. Key element of discipline is the ability to avoid distractions. In today's world, it's easy to become sidetracked by social media, entertainment, or other external influences. However, a man who is disciplined understands the importance of setting boundaries and making sacrifices when necessary. This means saying no to things that don't align with your values or goals, and being willing to put in the hard work required to build the life you desire. Discipline isn't about restriction for the sake of restriction. It's about making choices that align with your greater purpose, even if it means forgoing immediate pleasures or comfort. It's the ability to say no to the unnecessary in order to say yes to what truly matters. One effective way to track your progress and hold yourself accountable is through journaling. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius use journaling as a tool to reflect on their daily actions, assess their progress, and refine their practices. By regularly writing down your thoughts, you can gain insight into your behavior and habits, helping you identify areas where you may be slipping or where you need to strengthen your discipline. Journaling serves as a mirror, reflecting not just your actions but also your mindset. It allows you to see whether you're staying true to your goals or being swayed by external forces. This regular self-reflection provides an opportunity for growth and keeps you grounded in your commitment to living a disciplined, purposeful life. Looking back at the lives of the Stoics, you can see how discipline played a central role in their personal development. Figures like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius practiced strict routines that supported their mental and physical well-being. Epictetus, despite facing immense challenges as a slave, maintained a disciplined mind, focusing on what he could control and letting go of what he couldn't. His routine was one of constant self-improvement and mental clarity. Marcus Aurelius, on the other hand, set aside time each day for self-reflection and meditation, ensuring that his actions as emperor were rooted in wisdom and virtue rather than reactionary impulses. These philosophers didn't just preach discipline, they lived it, and their daily routines were a testament to their commitment to personal growth and inner peace. By incorporating discipline into your own life, you'll find that it not only enhances your masculinity but also leads to a sense of inner peace. Discipline gives you control over your environment, your choices, and ultimately, your destiny. It frees you from the chaos of impulsive behavior and empowers you to stay focused on your long-term goals. As you continue to apply these Stoic principles, you'll find that the more disciplined you become, the more peaceful and content you feel. This inner peace comes not from external circumstances, but from the quiet confidence that arises when you know you are living in alignment with your values, working toward your goals, and controlling your impulses. True masculinity, according to Stoicism, is not about external power or dominance. It's about mastering yourself, creating order in your life, and living with purpose and discipline. In today's world, it's easy to avoid challenges. We're surrounded by comfort and convenience, and the idea of facing adversity can seem unnecessary or even undesirable. However, facing hardship is an essential part of personal growth, especially for developing classical masculinity. The reality is that growth often comes from the most difficult experiences. Men who seek comfort and shy away from hardship may never experience the kind of strength and resilience that can only be forged through adversity. The Stoics, however, understood that it is through enduring discomfort and facing challenges head-on that we become stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever life throws at us. That Stoicism teaches that hardship is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be embraced. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the importance of enduring suffering without complaint. He believed that it is not the external circumstances that harm us, but how we respond to them. In his view, suffering and hardship are inevitable parts of life, and how we handle them shapes our character. Instead of letting pain or adversity break us, Stoicism teaches us to face it with strength and dignity, knowing that every challenge we overcome makes us better, not weaker. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic leader, shared similar views in his writings, constantly reminding himself to view hardship as an opportunity for growth rather than something to resent. Both philosophers taught that hardship has the power to strengthen not only our bodies, but also our minds and wills, sharpening them for the challenges of life. The Stoic principle here is clear. Suffering is a tool for growth. Rather than running from difficulty, we should lean into it. When we do so, we build resilience, strengthen our willpower, and develop a clearer understanding of our true capabilities. But embracing adversity doesn't mean seeking out suffering for the sake of it. It means changing the way we approach it when it inevitably arises. Instead of seeing pain or discomfort as obstacles, we can begin to view them as opportunities to learn and grow. The more we face difficult situations, the more we realize that we can handle far more than we initially thought. There are many practical ways to apply this Stoic approach to adversity in our daily lives. One of the most effective is to actively seek out challenges that push us out of our comfort zones. Whether it's physical challenges like intense workouts or endurance training, or intellectual challenges like public speaking, or taking on difficult work projects, these obstacles force us to grow. Stepping outside of our comfort zones teaches us that we are capable of much more than we originally believed. It builds our confidence and helps us develop the inner strength needed to face life's tougher challenges. Another key practice is changing our mindset toward pain and suffering. Instead of seeing hardship as something negative, we can start viewing it as an essential part of the human experience. When we encounter difficult situations, whether personal, emotional, or physical, it's helpful to remind ourselves that we are building resilience. Embracing pain rather than avoiding it helps us realize that every challenge we face is an opportunity to grow stronger, both physically and mentally. By reframing our perspective on suffering, we shift from a place of fear to a place of empowerment. Gratitude is another powerful tool for dealing with adversity. Practicing gratitude daily helps shift our mindset from one of complaining about our difficulties to one of appreciating the lessons that adversity brings. Even in the darkest moments, there's always something to be grateful for, whether it's the strength we discover in ourselves or the lessons that help us grow. Gratitude helps us maintain perspective, enabling us to face challenges with a clearer, more positive outlook. It allows us to appreciate the journey, knowing that every hardship is a stepping stone toward becoming a better version of ourselves. If we look at the lives of the greatest Stoics, we can see how they found strength and purpose even in their darkest moments. Epictetus, born into slavery, didn't let his circumstances define him. Instead, he used his hardship as fuel to become one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful emperors of Rome, faced numerous wars, plagues, and personal losses. But through it all, he maintained his Stoic discipline and found meaning in the challenges he faced. These men, rather than being broken by adversity, became stronger and more capable because they approached hardship with resilience and a willingness to grow. In modern times, we can find many examples of individuals who use their hardships as fuel to achieve greatness. Whether it's athletes overcoming injuries, entrepreneurs pushing through failure, or individuals who've experienced personal loss using that pain to drive their success, adversity can be a powerful motivator when viewed through the lens of Stoicism. These individuals understand that hardships are not roadblocks but rather the training grounds where true strength is built. By embracing adversity as the Stoics did, we can transform our challenges into opportunities for growth. Every hardship we face, every discomfort we endure, becomes a tool that sharpens our character and prepares us for even greater challenges ahead. Just as steel is tempered in fire, our masculinity is forged through the fires of adversity. Embracing this process is a key step in becoming a stronger, more resilient, and truly masculine man. To live a truly masculine life, we must embody the timeless Stoic principles that guide us to be stronger, more resilient, and purposeful men. Through emotional control, we learn not to be ruled by our impulses but to respond to challenges with clarity and composure. Self-reliance teaches us the importance of standing on our own 2 feet, taking responsibility for our lives, and not relying on others for validation or direction. Building physical strength is not about vanity, but about respecting our bodies as instruments of our will. Leadership, as taught by the Stoics, is about leading by example, living with virtue, and showing others the way through our actions. Discipline keeps us focused, ensuring that we stay on track toward our long-term goals. And resilience helps us face the inevitable hardships of life with courage and strength. Now is the time to take action. Don't just think about these principles, start implementing them in your life today. Begin with small steps, like pausing before reacting to stressful situations, setting clear goals, or challenging yourself physically. These practices will help you build the masculine strength and character that Stoicism teaches. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy. It's a way of life, and it can transform you into the man you were meant to be. I challenge you to choose one Stoic principle to apply to your daily routine and share it with us in the comments. Let's inspire each other on this journey to become the best versions of ourselves. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that empowers you to embrace true masculinity.